We're going to take one more question, and then we're going to wrap it up. Oh.
Hi, I'm Alan Siegel. I live in the Octagon, so I have the perhaps not relate-to-able situation of parking in my building. So I drive off the helix, you know, every now and then. And there's a symptom that I notice, and it's only a symptom, but sometimes you learn about a situation just from one little thing off in the corner. Now, I don't know about you, but if I saw an engineer who tries to nail his boat to the bay, I wouldn't hire him in his professional capacity, if you know what I mean. Well, it's a good idea when we have the market under the helix to have somebody directing traffic. But directing traffic is kind of like playing the piano. Some people are born to do what they do real easy, and some people really take some training. And those without training probably will cause an accident because a driver naturally will look at traffic and make a judgment. And only when he's relying on the dummy who doesn't look 360 degrees and does not have the body language to communicate, but we rely on that dope because he's got the uniform, that causes an accident. And that makes me think about public safety people who, well, you know the recent incident, so I don't have to go into that. And it tells me that there is really no academy for, like there's a police academy, there's no academy for our PSD people, I don't suppose. But I would think that the curriculum would be set by RIOC. So my question to Margie, and you've been here, been there, does RIOC actually tell public safety, these are the things that we see you better train your people to do because you've really got a lot of boneheads here? Or are they utterly independent?
What to say about public safety? They do get some training.
Not traffic direction.
They actually do, because it's just like playing the piano. A lot of people get trained and they still can't pull it off. I think the training has to be looked at again. I have always thought that the whole public safety structure should be looked at differently. I think we need a small number of public safety officers who are really NYPD type of people, one on every shift at least, who can enforce the law and have trained through the whole police academy. Then a second tier of people who have been trained in almost as well, but not quite. And then the people that I refer to as the get the cat out of the tree type of people, when there's no big deal, but you need another set of hands. Somebody wants to be escorted from motorgate. People like that, and I've been trying to push some kind of a tier system like that. I checked with NYPD and asked them if they could come in and do a whole analysis of our police department, but they said they really didn't have the manpower to do it. It took about 8 months to get that answer because they were going to do it. I think there's no doubt we could use more training, and I don't think we've got the right answer yet with public safety. I think we're a work in progress, to say the least, and the board's got to get tougher and
Then it is a board issue.
It's a board issue. There's no question it's a board issue. It's absolutely 100% under our control. But since Larry may be on the board, maybe he's not.
I agree with Margie. You know, and I think the fact that for the most part we're in agreement, and I think we're not sort of like running against each other. So there's a lot of ideas, and certainly if Margie is still on the board and I'm appointed, I certainly go to her, rely on her experience to help me be a good board member. So that's what I think, yes, but I do know public safety, just like everybody else who works over in the RIOC office is at some point directly accountable to the board. Right?
RIRA folk, would you like to comment?
I think from a RIRA perspective, and Margie's approach is actually an approach that's been taken by a lot of towns, and especially in Long Island, that have constabulary forces, and one in which I think that should be strongly advocated for and pushed forward program-wise. Secondly, I also think from a RIRA perspective, that our Public Safety Committee can do a much better job, I think, at making sure that those concerns are consistently being heard, and before both RIOC and before the Commissioner for the Public Safety. Because, as with anything in RIRA, everything is fits and starts, and if something comes up, some people will try to address it, some people won't. But if we make it a central focus, that training, for example, is a huge focus for the community at large, and making it a priority, we have the ability to be that little bird in the ear of every member of RIOC to make sure that that is accomplished. And I do quite frankly, from our perspective, and because we're from the Octagon as well, and we drive as well, the training of public safety has been an issue, and it's one that really deeply concerns us, especially with the next advent of the controversial issues, such as dealing with tasers and whatnot. I think there's a greater issue behind it beyond just starting from the traffic viewpoint.
So that ends the Q&A portion of our exercise here.